Hi, Diane Greco-Allen here. And tonight on Focus on Wellness, I brought Leslie Runco here from Oils Inspire Life. And she's going to give us a little rundown on what the basic oils are and how to use them. Um, Leslie, thank you for joining us. And I met Leslie a long time ago when I was recovering from pancreatitis and from burnout. And I was really investigating and discovering all the aspects of wellness and was so very happy that her location was close by. So Leslie, can you tell us a little bit about what brought you to doTERRA Oils?
Well, I've always been passionate about natural health, um, but I really didn't quite understand it until my mother-in-law and my sister both came down with cancer. And, I mean, it hit me hard, two people in my family. And I knew that there had to be a way to keep our bodies healthy. We have so many toxins in our everyday lifestyle, from the air that we breathe, the clothes that we wear, the food that we eat, the cleaning supplies, our personal products, just everything has so many toxins. And, it's hard for our bodies to get rid of those. So I really started doing a lot of research on how essential oils could benefit our health, to keep our bodies healthy, to boost our immune system. So, maybe we can fight off all these crappy things that are coming our way. So that's what really got me started. And the more I looked into it, the more I found, wow, these are great. These can really help us, and they've changed my life. I've never felt better. I sleep better. My mood is better. They've changed my life. So yeah, that's how I got into them.
Well, I really appreciate everything that you've opened my eyes to, because even as a nurse and I started, getting more involved in holistic nursing and things like that, I just never really knew that there were such benefits from plant-based oils and from what the earth has to offer. And so, everybody does have their own journey that they're dealing with, and they're trying to figure these things out. So, it was, I'm going to let you delve right into your program, but I do want to get the benefits of what I reaped out of all of this, because it has been a journey. And I think we've known each other now for, what has it been, 6 to 7, is it 6 years, maybe
Well,
5 years?
6 years, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, and that's when you were right over here on, you were off of Valley Brook Road, weren't
Valley
you?
Brook Road, right?
Yeah, so,
Yep.
so I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your presentation. I really appreciate you coming and sharing all this wonderful information.
And Diane, if you ever want to jump in and, say any comments or remarks, feel free,
Okay, I will, go right ahead.
All right. So I'm Leslie, as Diane said. Oops. Yep. Why is this happening?
We're always trying to figure the IT things out.
Well,
that's when we need mini-me.
Right. Why would it turn? Okay. We might have to do this introduction over again if I can't figure.
Okay.
Why want to do it? It is like stuck.
Is it your mouse thing again?
Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Go ahead.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want
No,
to
just keep going. Keep going.
So see, this is real life, right?
That is real life. That's why I like it.
All right. So why doTERRA? I chose oils first for me, right? And that might be sound selfish, but you have to invest in yourself first, and then you're able to give. You can't give from a half-filled cup. So you have to, do self-care for yourself. Then I shared it with my family, saw great things come out of there, and eventually I felt I had to share with the world, and that's what I'm doing. I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate. Um, who's in control of your family's healthcare? Now, you want to be in control, right? doTERRA pure essential oils, a natural healthcare complement. That's important. It's a complement. Um, am I saying never ever go to the doctor? No, of course not. So, sometimes we need to do that. But when you use essential oils and you use holistic, items and natural healthcare, it complements, the regular healthcare. We might be able to not have to go to the doctor if we can use essential oils and it's like simple things, if your ears are feeling icky or you're a little bit congested, you can use essential oils instead of having to have it land in your chest, then have to go to the doctor and get prescription drugs for that. Am I saying that you might never have to do that? No. But anyway, you get the point, right? What is an essential oil? It's natural aromatic compounds found in plants. And doTERRA means God's gift to the earth. Okay. So essential oils, they're steamed, distilled, or cold press extraction, and they have powerful and they have safe benefits. How can you use essential oils? Now we're going to talk about the difference between essential oils and doTERRA essential oils, but I'm talking about doTERRA, right? You can use them aromatically. You can diffuse in a room to purify the air or to balance your emotions. And I have back here, you can see my diffuser going. I have peppermint going. I'm a little congested because I've been doing, raking a lot of leaves and stuff, and my sinuses and allergies are just going crazy. But also I have wild orange in there. And when you think about, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but think about walking through an orange grove. Okay. Are you happy or grumpy? Even if you've never walked through an orange grove, think about it. How can you be grumpy walking through an orange grove? So I diffuse wild orange to keep myself happy, right? Especially on this dreary Pittsburgh day where, it's raining out, it's icky out. So I want to bring some sunshine into my house. So aromatic. Topical. You can apply directly to the skin during massage or for any topical delivery. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Internal. Consume as a dietary supplement for targeted wellness. So anytime you see this little star, it has to be the statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, right? We have to put that there. But internal use, and I use oils internally all the time.
So can I jump in real quick, Leslie, just
Absolutely.
to go back on that? Because there have been, a lot of people are very concerned about using different things, and it is always a good, to be careful about how many different products you're using. Like you said, if you're using an abundant amount of other products, then you might want to just see what you can simplify to use and focus on maybe just using some of these more natural types of things.
Right.
Because I think some people get compounded with so many, they don't even realize it in their everyday life. Yeah. So, and it doesn't sometimes connect that maybe your shampoo and all this stuff has extra things in it that you don't need or that interact with your body. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
What is it? A woman puts on how many hundreds of chemicals daily between her makeup and her personal care products, and there's so many chemicals in them. Read your labels. Read your labels. A great app is the Think Dirty app. and it's a great app. You can go on there. You can, search for shampoos, and then you look at the different ratings on them. And I always pick one that's a 0 or a 1. Um, I used to be a big, what was the store called? Bath and Body Works.
Oh, yeah.
With all the fragrance
Of
and
course, yeah.
I'm at like all the chemicals, right?
Right.
That it was all in that stuff. And so I've chosen cleaner products. And the Think Dirty app is great because you can go in the store and you can scan the barcode and you can see what they have rated it as.
Nice.
So it's really nice.
Good.
So that's the Think Dirty app. So aromatic use, you can place a drop of oil in 1 drop. Okay, 1 drop. I don't even have 1 drop. Rub your hands together and inhale. So I'm doing peppermint, because, as I said, I'm a little bit congested and, so let me back up. Before I started using essential oils, I have such bad allergies. Every single fall and every single spring, I would get huge sinus infections. But with essential oils, I'm not, I'm clearing them out, before they get to the infected part. So it's really helped me because I was taking Sudafed and Excedrin every single day. Imagine what that was doing for my body. So anyway, aromatic use, you can be your own walking diffuser, right? You can add a few drops to the essential oil diffuser to cleanse the air and improve the mood. You can mix oil with water in a spray bottle and mist the air over carpets or other linens in the home. One way that I do it, if I'm having, bug problems, you hear my dog in the background. But anyway, I'll take a bottle of peppermint. Bugs and spiders hate peppermint. Okay, so to keep the bugs outside where they belong and not in your home, I will take a bottle of water, put like 10 or 12 drops of peppermint in it, shake it up because oil and water don't mix. Shake it up, but spritz around my windows, around my doors, things like that. So it really helps instead of using the bug, control. Okay, you can add a drop or 2 of essential oils to a homemade surface cleanser. And I clean with my oils all the time. So, and imagine cleaning and you don't have to put on gloves or a mask or, whatever, and it's making you happy and it's, boosting your immune system and it's nice. So that's aromatic use.
Now, real quick, I just wanted to add something. Do you think it could work? Because I thought about either peppermint or even rolling a little breathe on your mask.
Yes.
And using that.
Yes. So I was in a store, I'll give a good testimonial. I was in a store and this girl, she was hacking and coughing and she was behind. I said, "Are you okay?" She goes, "I have such bad asthma and this mask is just crushing me, And I said, "Well, here." I told her I was a doTERRA wellness advocate and essential oils, blah, blah, blah. And I said, put a drop on your hands, rub your hands together and breathe, right? And that was a drop of breathe. Then I said, what's left in your hand, go like this and rub it on the inside of your mask and then put it on. She's like, oh my gosh. I was in the store for probably 45 minutes later afterwards. She didn't cough or do anything for the rest of the time. And she goes, that was amazing. I can actually breathe, So yeah, I always carry my oils with me. When I see somebody that is in need, I'm like, here, try this. But yeah, anyway, I would not, you have to be careful because you have that mask on. And so if you put a lot of it on, you're just gonna like, overwhelm your system. But, as I said, I put one drop in her hand, she rubbed her hands together, she breathed in, and then I had her rub whatever, because, it's still there. I had her rub whatever was left on her hands on the inside of her mask. And, she was loving it. I've also, everyone's getting the chin acne and stuff from all the masks, so you can put tea tree in there, but we'll talk about that later. So yeah, good question. How do the aromas interact with the brain? The aroma is inhaled. The aroma is picked up by the olfactory receptors in the nose. The aroma is processed in the olfactory system, which controls our sense of smell. Their neurons send nerve signals to the brain to identify the smell. Nerve signals transmit information from the olfactory system to the limbic system, where your memories are stored and emotions are stored. And then the limbic system produces a response. So that's how, when you use oils, aromatically, that's how they help you. I had a friend that said, I can't stand the smell of the rose oil. I'm like, oh, you're kidding. Like everyone loves that rose oil, and everyone,
That's what I have, and I love it.
Yeah. And I said, why? And she goes, well, because when I was a little girl, one of my favorite family members passed away. And this family member was young. And so the funeral home was just packed full of roses. Yeah. And so she said it was a very devastating time in my life. And when I went in and I smelled all those roses, that when I smell roses, that's what I think of.
So it's a negative thing for her.
It's a negative thing,
Unfortunately, yeah.
When I was a little girl, I used to go into my grandma's house and she was baking rye bread all the time. And so when I smell fennel, I'm like,
yeah.
And it makes me all happy.
Yeah.
So that's how it works with the emotions.
Right. Yes.
So
yes. I believe that. Yeah.
Topical use of essential oils. Beneficial areas are in the neck, the forehead, the temples, the chest, the abdomen, arms, legs, and bottom of the feet. Now, the reason why we say bottom of the feet is because your pores are the largest and on the bottom of your feet, and it takes the oils 30 seconds to get into your blood system. It's nice. Sensitive areas, certain facial areas, like the skin around the eyes, the inner ears and eyes, broken or injured skin. You never ever want to put oils in your ears, in your nose, in your eyes, God forbid, anything like that. You want to keep them topically.
And it's all about being safe and just respectful with your body and knowing your boundaries with things and not doing anything extreme. I just wanted to mention, Leslie, my daughter told me about a situation where a nurse who was, she's a holistic nurse, and she infused the oils, she injected it into somebody's IV. Now, this is not sensible thinking. So,
no.
you have to be aware of your sensitivities. People who are going through chemo will probably 10 times more sensitive.
Right.
So, and I like the idea of putting it low or someplace around the body, lower in the body, takes longer for it to reach, but some of those sensitivities are, higher. I tend to use, and I'm just going to mention this, right behind my ankles on both sides, because you can get a pulse there, and I know there's good blood volume there. So even if the foot, if you feel funny about if you can't get to your foot, during the day, and you want to put it like behind your ankle there, it could still easily enter the bloodstream that way. But I love, at night, I do my feet. I always do foot care, and I do some kind of oils on that. So I'll let you go.
Well, my husband, he uses a blend for snoring, and it has thyme in it, which thyme is very, very strong. and I don't want to be sleeping next to a hoagie. So
That's me. I always called myself the pizza girl
yeah,
because that's what I had. I had oregano and thyme. I was putting pizza oil all over me.
yeah. So well, he puts it on the bottom of his feet. I'm like, yeah, it works for you, and I can't smell it, so it's
Yeah,
nice.
there you go.
Internal use. So doTERRA oils are safe for internal consumption when the label as such is when labeled as such on the side of the bottle. Now, where's my here? So I don't know if you'll be able to see this. So can you see the supplement facts?
It's too hard to see, but
Okay.
yeah. At
So
least that you know, because I do know that, look, you definitely have to look at those.
right.
I originally was going to use some products in my food and I realized they're not for internal use. So,
Right. Yeah, it'll actually say supplement facts on the bottle.
okay.
So, if you can use it internally. You can place essential oils into a veggie cap or swallow with water. You can add them to a glass of water, your morning smoothie, milk tea, or other beverages. A lot of times, and especially during allergy season, I will put like a drop of lemon and a drop of peppermint just in hot water, and I'll drink that as a tea, and it's really nice. You can use them for cooking, and we're going to add a couple recipes now that Thanksgiving's coming. I have one for a pumpkin smoothie. I have a sweet and spicy cranberry sauce and a sweet potato casserole that you can actually use oils in that. So we'll post those in the comments. But you can use them, like put it in like I get plain yogurt. I love yogurt, but I hate all the sugar in it. So I'll get just plain yogurt and just put a drop or two of wild orange in there. And it's amazing because it flavors it and there's no added sugar. Or, you can have plain applesauce and put a drop of cinnamon bark in there.
That beautiful. I do have to add because I've made chocolate barks that are now I am dairy free, but I take supplements for that dairy, and chocolate that I use has dairy in it. But
Yeah.
I love the orange oil in there, and I've made it with like chia seeds and different nuts and stuff like that. You can make your own bark with it and just add a little bit of that orange or give a little, it
Right.
makes such a difference. I love it.
Well, you've had my black bean brownies, right?
Yes.
Have you had those? So that's
Yes.
peppermint in there, and
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I know. Very good. Yeah.
So essential oil safety. People that are just starting out are like, how do I use them? Well, you can get like a product guide, and it will show you the application. I think they're also, it's probably written on the bottle, but the application methods, A means aromatically, T is topically, I is internally. As far as aromatic use or topical use, the skin sensitivity. So N means neat, and N like lavender. You don't have to dilute lavender. N means that you can use topically without any dilution. S, you could be sensitive, you could not be sensitive. You have to know your own body type. So for the very young, for babies, for the elderly who have more sensitive skin, one of my daughters has red hair, China white face, right? She's very sensitive. Myself, I'm a little bit darker complected and I'm not sensitive to hardly anything. So you have to know your own skin type as far as the sensitivity. But you know what? If you put something on your skin and you're going, oh, it's a little bit too tingly for me, you can always put fractionated coconut oil on top of there, or any type of, unscented lotion or whatever. Oh yeah.
I have some here just in case.
Yep.
Fractionated coconut oil.
Yeah, and that's so amazing because it's not greasy. And that's actually what I use for my moisturizer every single day. So then the D means that you have to dilute because it's a hot oil. For example, oregano, cinnamon bark. Those are very hot oils, and you would have to dilute those before you put them on your skin. Why choose doTERRA essential oils? So certified pure therapeutic grade, that's doTERRA. Pure, it contains natural aromatic compounds. There's no artificial ingredients, fragrances, or fillers. They're safe, tested to be free of harmful chemicals or toxic impurities, and they're potent, okay? To go in a little bit more in depth, the certified pure therapeutic grade oils are 100% pure, but most importantly safe. You know, everyone seems to be jumping on the bandwagon as far as, ooh, I have essential oils. You see in the store, Glade plug-in with essential oils. I'm like, you know, there's no good oils in there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But the term essential oils is used very loosely today, so it's important to know the difference for your health and safety. Essential oil, by definition, is just an oil derived from a natural substance. This natural substance does not have to be safe or healthy substance for someone to put the word essential oil on their label. So, you know, you have to do your research. You have to know which ones are safe, which ones have been tested, which ones actually have essential oils in them. You know, so, you know, do your research.
Leslie, I do want to mention a lot of people during the holidays end up going and buying these mass products.
Right.
And I have received some with that with good intention, you know, because they know I use essential oils. But I found that there was alcohol in some of these things. There's a combination of other things in those essential oils. They might have very small amounts, and then there's all this other stuff in it.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, and like as far as food, you know, it can say organic on there, and only one item can be organic and the rest of it can be chemicals.
Very misleading.
It's very misleading, you know, so you really you have to read your labels. You have to do your research. You have to be educated. And that's my passion, is to educate people on safe oils. How do we know it's pure? Now, I am not a scientist, and I'm not even going to try to, you know, explain all these testings. But these are all the testings that doTERRA goes through. So they're sourced from all over the world. They're distilled where they're sourced. They're also tested where they're distilled. Then they come back into Utah. They're tested again. Then they're sent out to third-party testing. They're tested, and then they're brought back into Utah. They're tested for the final testing, and then they're bottled up and sent out to you. So it goes through rigorous testing. You know, so, and I mean, I've seen the health benefits. Everyday uses for essential oils. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have time to use essential oils. Well, for me, it's a lifestyle. You know, I clean with them. I cook with them. You know, I use them for my hair care, my skin care, my body care. You know, before I go out for a vigorous walk, I'll put peppermint in my hands and, you know, open up my respiratory system, get some more oxygen into my blood. I use them every single night for sleep. And trust me when I tell you, before essential oils, I could not sleep at all. You know, I would get in bed and my brain just would not shut up. So now I rub lavender on the bottom of my feet. We diffuse Breathe, you know, in our diffuser, and lavender or Serenity. It's a blend. And I sleep like a baby. I mean, I was just like, it's so nice. You know, focus and motivation. Especially in these times, you know, we're all sitting here, we're afraid to go out. You know, we've lost focus, we've lost motivation. And with this, you know, like I'm, you know, doing the peppermint and the wild orange, it's giving me focus and motivation. It's safe to use for the children. It's safe to use in my pets, and, you know, nutritional supplements. So it's everyday use. You know, if I get a cut or something, oh, I have to put tea tree on there because I don't want it to get infected. You know, it's just everything I do. It's just a way of life for me. So why clean with essential oils? They're natural and they're safe to use in your home. I love it because I can mop the floors and my dogs can walk through it and then lick their paws afterwards. My grandson can crawl through it. It's not going to hurt them. They're potent, powerful, and effective alternative to cleaning products with dangerous toxins and chemicals. Offers versatile options for cleaning and creates a clean, inviting aroma. So it's nice because you can clean and it can smell good, and it can give you health benefits, and you're not crushing your system with all the toxins in regular cleansers. So that's nice. Why use essential oils for personal care? Again, they're pure, safe, non-toxic. They're easy to use. Beautify your skin and hair. Cleanse the mouth, teeth, and gums. On Guard is amazing for oral care. We have On Guard toothpaste. We have On Guard mouthwash. I even do like the coconut oil, the pulling. The oil pulling.
Right.
So I'll put either On Guard or lemon in there because it's, just plain coconut oil is kind of nasty. But I'll pull that, with that general hygiene and beauty. So it's nice to, use a pure product and know that it's toxic free.
So Leslie, could you explain the pulling again? How much do you use and what do you normally do? How long?
I do it for I get the solid, the unrefined coconut oil,
Okay.
and I'll put between a little less than a tablespoon. You don't
Okay.
you don't want a big huge mouthful. So I'll just scoop like a teaspoon in there, but it's kind of heaping, and then I'll put a drop or two of the oils on there, and I'll pull it in. So when you do that, your mouth has so much bacteria in it. So when you pull it and pull it and pull it, it like, especially for me, and this is going to be gross, like it pulls all my sinus gunk out of there. So you just swish. They say go, like swish for 10 minutes. I don't have time for that, nor can I hold it in my mouth for that long. So I'll normally do it for 2 minutes maybe, and then very important, you cannot spit it down your sink or in your toilet. I use like a little Dixie cup or a napkin or something, and I spit it in there and put it in my trash.
So why are they saying why? Go ahead and explain that.
Because when it gets cold, it turns solid, right?
Oh.
So if you're putting that oil down your
Yes.
toilet or your sink, it's going to clog it up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Now I have a thought for you and a suggestion
Okay.
because I've done this before. And two things to consider. A way to reuse your shot glasses might be to take your put your coconut in there and put your oil in there, and that you can use in your bathroom, a little shot glass or whatever, to put it in your mouth before you shower. So while you're showering, that's in your mouth, if you can do that.
I've tried that, and I always have to get out of my shower and spit it.
Really?
I don't want to spit it, because of also like you're in the shower and you're the warm water and everything, and it just opens everything up, and you can't. I've
done it a couple of times, but I just thought maybe if there was a way that some people can do it, not it might not be easy or possible for everybody.
I just I've been ailed with sinus issues my whole life, so that oil pulling really pulls it through, and plus when I open up my when I'm in the hot shower, it opens me up too. So yeah, I've tried it. I've a lot of people have said that. I'm like, I can't do it, because then I end up getting out wet and finding the trash can, and so it doesn't work for me, but it might work for some people.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Sleep deprivation can influence your health, right? Our ability to lose weight and maintain a healthy weight, emotions and behaviors learning and motivation, the body's organ systems and overall health, and reaction time and ability to drive safely. So we need to be able to sleep properly. And that's part of the whole essential oil, the doTERRA wellness pyramid. You know, you have to be able to sleep properly. You have to, you know, get rid of the toxins. You have to exercise and eat well. You know, so all these things, but sleep is so important to us. You know, if you don't get the proper amount of sleep, your body is not going to be happy in the morning, right? So essential oils and sleep, you can use essential oils to promote a good night's sleep.
Yeah, you want to reboot that whole system so that it can start over for the day, or else, you know, everybody knows taking care of kids overnight, you can't function the next day.
Right, right. Well,
Or anybody.
you know, in my networking groups, you always want that like popper, you know, opening sentence. And I say, who wants to sleep their way to the top? And people are like, just say
I love
it. And I
it.
said, okay, before you get all appalled, this is what I mean. You know,
Yeah.
you have to have proper
Love it.
amount of sleep and good quality sleep at night in order to do good in the morning and do good the next day, you know.
That's great. I love that one. Perfect.
So, yes, essential oils are safe for children. You simply dilute more when you're using it on children. Effective use over thousands of years, natural and safe when used properly, because of the doTERRA's testing and safety processes. So they are safe to use on your children. Fitness oils and healthy habits, you know, oils that promote breathing, right? Like I said, the peppermint. Oils that can help create a relaxing, rejuvenating massage experience. They can also promote a healthy immune system and promote a healthy metabolism. You can incorporate doTERRA into your existing healthy routines to improve your current daily habits. So, you know, a lot of people that we have a product, it's called Deep Blue, and a lot of people will use that before or after they run. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Love it. Yep.
Yep. So Deep Blue comes like that. It's already diluted with a fractionated coconut oil. It also comes in the pure oil, and it also comes in a cream. A lot of massage therapists use the cream. So emotional benefits of essential oils. So they, you know, I mean, we go through all kinds of emotions during the day. Sometimes we need calmed, sometimes we need energized, sometimes we need soothing, renewed, invigorating, uplifting. So they can, you know, the essential oils can help with all those. So we have this little kit, and it's called the Family Essentials Kit. And it has the 10 oils like it's pictured there, which is really nice because they're the smaller bottles, so you can, you know, just kind of get your feet dampened in the oils, you know, and there's a lot there. These are the top 10 oils. The Healthy Start Kit actually comes with a diffuser, which is nice. But let's go over, so there's 6 single oils and there's 4 essential blends. So lavender taken internally to reduce anxious feelings. You can apply topically to soothe occasional skin irritations, like, for example, a bug bite, a mosquito bite, poison ivy. Think of anything calming. So if you have to calm your belly, you know, you can rub it right on your belly. If you have to calm, you know, head tension, you can rub it on your head. If you have to calm your crazy kid, you know, you can put it on them. If you have to, you know, if you have these, you know, every family has them, you know, when we all get together for our family holiday gatherings, you know, there's always somebody that needs calmed down. You know, you can diffuse it. You can massage on your back or on the bottom of your feet. Apply it to your pillow at nighttime. You know, so I put it on the bottom of my feet, and then whatever's left in my hands, I'll go like this and rub it on my pillow, and it's like, oh, it's so nice. You can take internally with water to promote relaxation and restful night's sleep. Little story, I was at a college thing with one of my children, and they had these cream cheese Danish things, and I never eat stuff like that. Well, I ate one, and then I couldn't stop at one, so I ate another one, and I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God. Like, I thought I was gonna die. I had the worst heartburn. I like my stomach was immediately like, you know, and I'm like, the only thing I had in my purse was lavender. So I rubbed lavender on my belly. I rubbed it on my throat to try to keep, you know, the heartburn down. And I put a drop on my tongue. And I'm like, wow, that really worked. This was at like right when I first started using essential oils. You know, I was like, wow, and that stuck with me, you know, like,
You made your pancreas angry. That's what it was.
oh, I'm telling you, I
Oh,
thought I was,
yeah, that's horrific. Yeah.
I thought I was going to be sick. But anyway, and on each one of these slides, you can see like the aromatic, topically, internally, and then what the skin sensitivity is. So lavender, of course, you can use neat. So I use them on my dogs all the time. And so I put lavender on them, and they're like, okay.
Perfect.
Lemon to clean and freshen. Add a drop to water to cleanse the body and aid digestion. Diffuse in a room to neutralize odors, elevate mood. You can cleanse and purify the air. And you can also take internally to assist with seasonal respiratory discomfort. So we also have a product, it's called Tri-Ease, which I can't live without. It's for, you know, allergies and things like that. Lemon is a great detoxer. So lemon, the supplement has lemon, lavender, and peppermint in it. Lemon is the natural detoxer. Lavender is a natural antihistamine, and peppermint opens up your respiratory system. So it comes conveniently all in one little soft gel, and it's amazing. So yeah, lemon's great. Peppermint, cooling and invigorating. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when I was going through menopause and all the hot flashes and everything, I would rub the peppermint on the back of my neck, and anytime a little breeze would come through, it was so cooling. This was my favorite friend when I was going through menopause. But you know, like if you're exercising, or if you're out in the yard working or whatever, and you're getting hot, you can spritz some, you know, peppermint on you. You can diffuse when feeling fatigued or low on energy. Take internally to promote healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. That's what we talked about before. Apply to the neck or forehead with lavender to relieve feelings of tension. Now, if I say put it, you know, on your, you know, back here, I don't want you to put it next to your eyes, because it'll go into put it way back here by your ears, okay? Tea tree, topical cleansing for the skin. Apply to skin for a cleansing and rejuvenating effect. Apply 1 or 2 drops to the bottom of your feet to support healthy immune system. And it's also great for, you know, like toe fungus or, you know, things like that. You can apply to feet and toenails after showering. You know, how many times you know, like you go to the gym, and, you know, now you end up with, you know, some sort of fungus or athlete's foot or something. And that's great for all of those things, to, you know, help support that. Now, I do want to tell you, I am not a doctor, right? I don't even play one on TV, but I have this nifty little book. It is called, The Modern Essentials Book. And in there, it talks about all the different oils and what kind of properties they have in the oils. You know, like for example, the properties of lemon are anti-cancer, antidepressant, antiseptic, antifungal, antioxidant, antiviral. You know, so those are all the properties of lemon. You know, and then if you look here and you can see, like, look up any of your ailments, they will suggest different oils to take. So that, you know, I, I like sleep with this thing. Not literally, but you know,
I
I've done,
believe I bought one of those books.
yeah,
I
yeah.
bought one of those books, and you know what else? I love I think I either got this along with this was beautiful.
Hmm.
It's got so many things in there to offer, and then you can even, you know, that one page in here that has all the little tops to put on top of your.
Oh yeah, because, well, like this. Whoops.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And
Because
then you have these too. Now I don't know if those were in with that came with your, you know, when I'd come to see you.
yes, so that you can get them on the DoTerra website. Um,
Okay.
you know, on your, you know, if you get an account with DoTerra, you can get them there. I think they're like $1.50. Or you can just download it right to your computer, which is nice, you know,
Oh,
and
nice.
you can flip
Okay.
through those. So if you don't know how to do that, I'll show you how to do that. Oregano, it's natural immune support. Take 1 to 2 drops in an empty veggie cap to help to maintain a healthy immune system. You know, we're talking about cooking with these. You can add a drop, a drop.
Yes, very, very powerful.
Yes, and some of the oils, you know, you should only put like a toothpick in and swirl your toothpick around. You know, I had at one point we there was cumin in a in a kit, a little kit that we had. I was like, oh, cumin, I love cumin.
Yeah.
And so I was making chili and I don't know, I put 3 or 4 drops in the whole pot of chili. I had to throw the whole thing away. It
Oh,
was so strong. So, you know, 1 drop at the most. Okay.
Leslie, if that ever happens again, I know some Indian families around here that probably would love that.
Yeah,
Or you
yeah.
could reconstitute that and make it like a whole bunch of.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I would have known that because it broke my heart to throw that away. I actually made pumpkin chili, so you know,
Oh, nice. Yes, I love pumpkin chili.
oh,
That might be
well,
another one. I have a recipe I can share that we can add, you know, say to use oils in it or whatever.
yeah, yeah, good.
Okay, great.
Use
That reminds me.
internally to support healthy respiratory system. So now notice this one has a D. So if you're using that on your skin topically, you would want to dilute it because it's very, very hot. Okay. Frankincense. Now, frankincense is my go-to. Frankincense, you know, when in doubt, use frankincense. You can apply it to reduce the appearance of, you know, your skin imperfections. You can use internally to support healthy cellular function. You can apply to the bottom of your feet to promote feelings of relaxation. It says that you can use aromatically. I would not waste this precious, precious oil in my diffuser. This is also one that I use every day. In I do my fractionated coconut oil and I put 1 or 2 drops of the frankincense, rub my hands together up and down my legs, right? Do the same thing. Fractionated coconut oil, 1 or 2 drops of the frankincense on my arms. I use this on my face. I use it internally. Um,
I have the little roller.
oh, I love
I
it.
love it. Yeah, I love it.
I love
And thinking of Halloween, I think of Frankenstein, but frankincense, you know, I told my daughter, I said, we're going to be talking about Frankenstein today. So, but frankincense, you know, it's a biblical,
it.
everybody
Well,
knows.
yes. Yeah, the, you know, the 3 wise men, what did they bring to baby Jesus? Frankincense, myrrh, and gold.
Yep,
You know,
exactly.
you know, it's just good for so many things. Um, Deep Blue, and that we talked about this before. You can apply on feet and knees before and after exercise. Rub on your lower back muscles after a day of heavy lifting. Use as a soothing massage oil for kids growing pains, you know, on their legs. This is also good when, like, if you have leg cramps, you know, you can rub that right on your legs. This one is only for topical use. You cannot use it aromatically and you cannot use it internally. And you could be skin sensitive to it. So, you know, use the fractionated coconut oil. It's not going to lessen the potency of your oil. First of all, it actually kind of helps because when you put the oils in on your skin, it automatically just like evaporates. So if you put the oil on your skin and then put fractionated coconut oil over top, it helps, first of all, make it go farther, and second of all, keep that oil in. Okay, so it doesn't evaporate. Breathe. Breathe is a blend. It's for respiratory support. I was talking about the girl with a mask, but you can apply topically. You can put it on your chest. You can, diffuse it.
I love Breathe. I use this every single day. I actually put it in the palms of my hands before I take a walk.
Yeah. Yeah. And we also have Breathe respiratory drops. So it opens you up. They're wonderful. Digescen. It's for digestive support. When traveling or trying new foods, take Digescen to soothe an occasional stomach discomfort. You can take internally to reduce bloating, gas, or occasional indigestion. You can even add it to water or tea to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract. This is a nice blend. It has fennel in it. What else does it have in it? I don't know. Oh, wait. Do I have it in here? But I've heard of people taking it, like when they're traveling for motion sickness, things like that. So, okay, Digescen has peppermint, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel.
Yeah, and if you think about it, for some of those products that we don't normally include in our diet, some people that would never use that would be the way to access it.
Right. Yeah. Right. On Guard. Now, On Guard is so important right about now.
I love it.
Diffuse in a room to cleanse the air. Dilute in a spray bottle to clean doorknobs, telephones, and other community surfaces. Take internally to support the body's natural antioxidant defenses. Take several drops in an empty veggie cap for added immune support. So I have an elderly dad who has a lot of respiratory problems. And so every day, if he gets this thing that's going around now, that might do him in. So right now I have been diffusing On Guard and Breathe at his house 24/7. So, and his doctor went, whatever you're doing, keep on doing it because you're the healthiest you've ever been. I'm like, woohoo.
Way to go, Leslie.
So with doTERRA, you're in control. I can't say enough about it. I'm very passionate about it. I've seen how, my body feels. I've seen how, like I'm out and about and somebody, I share oils with somebody and they're like, wow, that really worked. I was at a group. This was before this whole March thing happened. And this girl came up to me and she goes, I have so much anxiety. What do you have? What kind of oil do you have? And I used Balance on her, and that's a grounding blend. And she goes, wow. And I said, what? And she goes, you know what it's like when you take pain pills and your body just, like all the pain goes away. And I'm like, no, I never take pain pills.
Yeah.
She goes, well, if you did, you know what I was feeling, because she said her anxiety and her, because she was all tight and it just all released. And I'm like, wow, well, I'm glad you feel better. So.
Well, thank you so much, Leslie. That was such good information. And every time, what I always suggest for people, because even learning, we're always learning, and we can only sometimes learn so much at one time. So there might be something that we attach to throughout whatever you heard today. But I can tell you that, and I'm going to share a personal story with you. I have dealt with not only shingle type rashes, but also STD type rashes that were all over my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
The oil of oregano and On Guard were a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sharing that because there are people that are dealing with things that will not share that information.
Right.
And it's something that I feel comfortable sharing because I've dealt with a lot of people in the hospital with all kinds of conditions. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to show this to you because I just felt so passionate about all these products that I went out, I looked for this online because it's for big bullets, it's a bullet holster.
Oh my
And
gosh, that's
but you
hilarious.
can, there's not a lot of them, but I think you need one of these.
Oh, that is great. I love it.
Yeah, it fits all these in it. It's actually, you can go take it, and if you're someplace that you want to show your doTERRA products, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
But one of the ones I like too is a Steady. There's a Steady one in here,
Yes.
Steady or whatever it is, Calm or whatever. So I really appreciate everything you've taught me. You just introduced me to so much information and people that they'll just constantly learn every
Mm-hmm.
time they use their products, every time that any of the information that you provide them, because that's what it is. It's about a learning experience, because once you start using these products, then, you just realize it's a part of nature.
Right.
And
Right.
like you said, that orange peel, that sensation, that just bringing that all together.
Mm.
I also love the balance. I am huge. That little bit of balance really just sort of calms things down. So I really appreciate everything that you shared today. I do want to mention one thing, because you talked about that Think Dirty app. I'm going to make sure that that is in any of the information that we can share with the people that are listening today, or with anybody who's following us. There's also a toxicity form that IFM has created, and that you can go through and check off where these high areas of toxicity might be. You might be exposed to a lot of aluminum in your household if you're using aluminum for cooking, or there's other areas that can make you
Or
super sensitive
deodorant.
that you don't even know. Deodorant, yeah. Well, I mean, there's things that we don't know about. One of the other things you mentioned about was cleaning products, and I just want to put that out there. Was there an On Guard type cleaning product?
Yes, there's an On Guard concentrated cleanser. So it comes already made up, and when I go to mop my floors, I just take the bottle and go bloop, it's like 1 or 2 tablespoons that I use in a whole bucket, and it's really nice, and it smells good. And like I said, my grandson can crawl through it. Now he's walking, but my dogs can walk through it. They can lick their paws. And it doesn't, it's toxic free. So.
And if you think about some of the products that are already on the market that have some of those negative things in them, and you can create your own product and still get the benefit of whatever the scent is, because the citrus blends. Oh my gosh, I want to tell. I have to mention, what is that one called? It's called citrus. That this
Citrus Bliss.
Citrus Bliss is one of my most, I mean, if I need to be in a good mood, I put a little bit literally right underneath my jawline on either side. And if for any reason that just brings me down to just this blissful place. I mean, I love Citrus Bliss. So I use that quite a bit, but
Mm-hmm.
I use almost every product that you mentioned. And like I said, it's a wealth of knowledge, and it can only help people to understand more about their life, their bodies, and how to be a wellness advocate for yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they need to be reminded and be cautious, and that's why Leslie's here for you, because she can help you to know what you might want to try for a different situation. So,
Well, and also when people purchase doTERRA for me, I sit down with them. Once they get their kit, I sit down with them and, I go over their kit or whatever oils. You don't have to get a kit, but that's the best way to start, in my opinion. But I go over your oils with you to make sure that you know exactly how to use them. I don't want, this is precious. So I don't want this just sitting on your shelf collecting dust. I want you to use them. And, I'm always here for support. People call me all the time and say, "Hey, Leslie, I'm going through this. What do you suggest?" And I look at my handy dandy book and I say, "This is what I suggest." You know, to start out with essential oils, sometimes it kind of scares people because it's not their norm. And so, I'm here to support you. Whenever you need me, I'm here, a call away, a text away, whatever. I just want you using the oils.
so what could you share your website and how they can contact you?
Yes. So my website is oilsinspirelife.com. And you can go on there. All of my information's on there. You can call me, text me, make an appointment for a wellness consult to see which oils would be best for you and your family. There's a lot of different options of how to get started. Start out slow. Like we used to have, this was a couple years ago, we used to have this kit that had every single oil and product in it. And, I was like, don't buy that. That's awful to say, but don't buy that, because if you get all of these oils and all of these products at home, you're going to be so overwhelmed. You're going to go, and put them away. I want you to start off small. I want you to start off with a couple products, a couple oils, and go from there. And then, use them, love them, and then build on what you need. So, I do offer wellness consults, and they're free. That's just my service that I offer, because I am so passionate about it. And, I would love to get these oils in every single home. So if I can help you do that, that'd be great. And let's find out which oils are best for you.
Okay, thanks so much, Leslie. I think that, we got all the information. You'll be sending me those recipes so that I can post that on my Facebook page for the health of it until I get things moved over, and then we'll connect back again when we can. But I hope everybody enjoyed this, and thank you for sharing your time with us today.
Thank you, Diane.
Thanks.